Okay, so I've always posted some shorts up of YouTube. I'm not really that savvy, so I've had YouTube for a while, and I've just been copying my TikToks on there and posting up short stuff. And then Magnus has got a pretty good YouTube, the young fella, and he said, and then we started doing stuff. I said, I might as well post it on there. So we opened up a new page for our documentary to come, but I might put it on my existing one because I've already got 100 followers on there. I had no followers at the start of the week, but then I put the music video on there and started advertising it. So it's all about advertise. And so probably I'll just go on there. Mainly I just use Instagram and Facebook for my business, but I'm going to start getting into YouTube. It's more positive stuff. I want to put positive stories on there because I've overcome a lot. Like I said, with the dyslexia was a major part of my life as a setback and mental hurdle. It's been a mental hurdle my whole life. And then the dense disease and the rickets and the 2 kidney transplants. And I've come through a lot of it. Now I've got the cancer scan now. So it's just jumping back on my feet and getting there. But I want to document the whole thing. And if YouTube gets out there and shows more people they can get over it, that's fine. You know, it's like bust through it. Not everyone can get. It's hard to say. You know, I'm not going to give up personally myself, and I think if you start giving up in here, it starts giving up your body wise. So yeah.
Yeah, that's incredible that you're relentless at overcoming all of your circumstances. You know, you are really an inspiration, man.
It's just survival. I personally, I don't know if I wouldn't have had the kids to look after myself and the grandkids, I might have given up years ago. But sometimes you got to realize there's more to you in life. There's the people that you brought into it. So they keep me going. So I'll more do it for them than I do for myself. And I'll put them through hell watching me on dialysis at home for 8 hours a day, and nearly dying and telling them when I was sick. And when I had my episodes of being sick and all the lifestyle choices I've made along the way. So I look up to them and I owe them. So I mainly do it for them, not myself, if that sort of makes sense.
Yeah, totally does, mate, because that's just what we talked about a few minutes ago when we're talking to your son. Like, that's a powerful connection because whatever legacy, you know, as the years go on, you leave with your kids, they're going to grow up with the same mindset that you have, where they'll be, you know.
They're sponges, 100% sponges, and raising kids. I don't know how to do all that. I left school at a young age, but all I know how to do is be a father, and that's my biggest thing I know how to do. My children are pretty successful for a person. The lifestyle I lived for the last 20 years. Apparently, the person who the public think you are. My youngest daughter is in the army. She does SIGs in the army. My next daughter is a scrub surgical nurse. My oldest daughter is manager of a big bottle shop chain. And my son's on the railway as a thermite worker. So I've got all successful children. All my grandkids are doing good. I've just had a brand new grandbaby and a brand new grandson. So
wow,
yeah, I'm doing all right. But they keep me going. They're my world.
That's amazing, mate. It's like such an inspiration, and I don't know if we sort of really touched on it, but yourself and you know Shane Skeen, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're both single who look very similar, right? And this is the perception of the judging the book by its cover. We want to get you guys on, talk about being dads who look after their kids, but also just the view of like when people look at and judge. This is great because, you know, people do exactly what you said about judging, but dude, you're just an inspiration. You everything's about you and your kids. Shane's doing the same, and you guys are covered in the, you know, the tattoo look, and people just get the total wrong impression. And listening to you now, it's just absolutely fantastic, mate. That you are all.
Some of the most heartbreaking times of my existence, of all the shit I've been through, like I couldn't even mention what I've been through on here. But I remember when after my wife left again, we had the kids' birthday party. I had my two young, my youngest daughter, Gage, and his sister. I said, I'm going to hold a big birthday party. I'm going to get jumping castles. I'm going to get bull rides. I'm going to do this whole big party. And a lot of the kids didn't come because their dad was a bikie. And they're going, there's kids crying, going, oh, we want to go. And their parents go, no. Single father, bikie, not going. So they didn't go.
Yeah.
Some that did.
Wow.
And had a great time. So, yeah. But in saying that, these days are totally different than them days. So.
Yeah. Well, put it this way, mate. And those people aren't wrong for what they're thinking, because that's just human beings doing what we do,
That's right. And we're here. Our instinct should be to protect our children. And we always have a go at people who don't. So I've got no problems with people who do.
Yeah, exactly. Or now over time, even if you ever speak to those people or the kids aren't around, they would hear about you and see that, wow, okay, that was an incorrect assumption, and that silently does inspire people. But also, on the other hand, it doesn't mean that everybody with tattoos is
exactly
a good person. I mean, that's just life,
So it's catch-22. You've just got to be the judge of yourself. Make educated, reasonable decisions. I always say you're the master of your own destiny, and you just got to be aware. These days aren't them days like as even the days we grew up in with aren't today. So even raising my grandchildren, I'm way more strict with my grandchildren than I was with my kids.
Yeah.
Because it's different times we live in,
Yeah, it certainly is, mate. There's 100%. It certainly is. Hey, can you just, Doug, I'll leave it to you to ask Darryl about his documentary that's, about to be launched.